ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता शिविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्द राधाकान्द नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी क्षवानुसुदे देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। समाधिदेवं करुणानिधानं कमलवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम् परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षीय क्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तुमे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् अष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचि मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरसुधानां अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं वेदं सुहृदो पङ्गुर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधामदनमोहन। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत। So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 4 and Text 5 onwards. Right?
Yes, Pavitra.
दृष्ट्वानुयन्तं ऋषिमात्मजमपि अनग्नं देव्यो ह्रिया परिधदुर्न सुतस्य चित्रं तद्वीक्ष्य पृच्छति मुनौ जगदुस्तवास्ति श्रीपुंभीदना तु सुतस्य विविक्तदृष्टे। मयूरी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
दृष्टा अनुयान्तं ऋषि आत्मजम् अपि अनग्नं देव्या ह्रिया परिदधो न सुतस्य चित्रम् तदवीच्य पृच्छति मुनौ जगदो तस्ति स्त्री पुमाभिधानतो सुतस् विविक्त दृष्टे।
ओके, शैलजा माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
दृष्टानुयान्तं ऋषिमात्मजमप्यनग्नं देव्यो ह्रियः परिदूर्नसूदस्य चित्रं तद्दिश पृच्छति मुनौ जगदुस्तवास्ति स्त्रीपुंभिधानातु सुदस्य विवक्तदृष्टे।
ओके, कपिल प्रभु हरे कृष्णा। सिनी माता जी हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद, प्रणाम।
सिनी माता जी, कैन यू प्लीज रिसाइट?
प्रभु जी प्रणाम। दृष्ट्वानुयान्तं ऋषि आत्मजम् अपि अनग्नं देव्यो ह्रिया परिदाधुर्न सुतस्य चित्रं तद्वीक्ष्य पृच्छति मुनौ जगदस्तवास्ति स्त्रीपुं भीता न तु सुतस्य विविक्तदृष्टै.
Very good. Kapil Prabhu, can you please recite the translation? I mean, read the translation.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. While Sri Vaishyadeva was following his son, beautiful young damsels who were bathing naked covered their bodies with cloth. Although Sri Vyasadeva himself was not naked, but they had not done so when his son had passed. The sage inquired about this, and the young ladies replied that his son was purified, and when looking at them, made no distinction between male and female, but the sage made such distinction.
Very good. While Sri Vyasadeva was following his son, beautiful young damsels were bathing naked, covered their bodies with cloth. Although Sri Vyasadeva himself was not naked, but they had not done so when his son had passed. The sage inquired about this, and the young ladies replied that his son was purified, and when looking at them, made no distinction between male and female. But the sage made such distinctions. So we know that as soon as Sukadeva Goswami was born, he immediately left. He did not look back. He just left. And Vyasadeva was running after him, calling his son. But he did not care who was calling because he was totally self-realized. In the earlier sloka, we have discussed this earlier, last class. Okay. Here it is, where it is mentioned. Yeah. Vyasadeva's son was a great devotee and equibalanced monist, whose mind was always concentrated in monism. He was transcendental to mundane activities, but being unexposed, he appeared like an ignorant person. What is the meaning of monist? Why Sukadeva Goswami was addressed here as monist? What is our Siddhantam? What is our philosophy? What philosophy are we following, Gaudiya Vaishnavas?
The Rupa of Krishna, the form of Krishna.
No, what Siddha, what philosophy are following?
Achinta Bheda Abheda Prabhuji?
Yeah, Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. So what is the difference between monism and monotheism? Any idea? Here, Sukadeva Goswami is addressed as monist. Monism, monist. Here, an equibalanced monist. Any idea? No? What is monotheism? Okay, forget about monist. What is monotheism means? There's only one God. There's only one God. But generally, in India, there is a concept that there are many gods. Right? Is it the right philosophy? Is it the right philosophy? There are many gods.
Only one
Yes,
God.
right,
No.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji?
I mean, different God has different activities. I mean, like,
Yeah. But the different gods have
Supreme
different
Personality
activities.
is
But is it many gods or one God?
One God.
one only Prabhuji.
One
Expansion.
God. Yeah,
Yes.
there's only one God. Okay. But generally, what we tend to think, generally in India, in our Hindu Dharma, they see that there are many gods and all are different forms of the same God.
Correct.
They think that. Is it right?
Yes.
Is it right?
No.
It is not right. The Prime Minister and other ministers below him are the same, one and same? No. Prime Minister is the top and he has empowered the other ministers. They are on a lower level. Similarly, God is only one. He has representatives, empowered representatives, authorized representatives. They are not on equal terms or equal level. So we tend to think, we have a misconception that all gods are on equal level. Be it Shiva, Vishnu, Ganpati, Hanuman, and Devi, all are different forms of God, all are one. No. Here, why Sukadeva Goswami is addressed here as monist? Because he had the conception that monist means only everything, all are God. All are God. There's only, this material world is an illusion. There's only one truth, that is spirit, that is supreme spirit. And their ultimate goal is to merge at the end of self-realization in that supreme spirit. That is monism. Monotheism means only one God. Okay, so monism means, no, we have not realized, we are all the same Lord, but we have not realized now. Once you realize, you will become one with the God. So indirectly they say that we are all God. You are God, I am God, you are Narayana, I am Narayana. So that is a conception, monist. But the monotheism means that there is only one God. All others are his representatives. He has empowered, to manage this material world. And our philosophy is Achintya, Bheda, Abheda Tattva. That's also the same, but in a detailed way, we are telling Achintya, Bheda. It's a monotheism. Our philosophy is also monotheism. There is only one God. But we have, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given further details to that. Achintya, Bheda, Abheda Tattva. That means inconceivable, simultaneous, oneness, but different. Simultaneous oneness, but different. What is that? Oneness, we are in quality the same with the Supreme Lord. Whatever qualities Supreme Lord has, all these qualities we too have being part and parcel, but in minute quantity. In minute quantity. Just for example, Shad Aishwarya. Supreme Lord has the 6 opulences. Wealth, power, knowledge, renunciation, beauty, fame. Okay? All the 6 opulences. We too have, because we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. But we have very, very minute in quantity, the same opulences. Just like a drop of water in an ocean. The drop of water has the same properties that the whole ocean also has. But we are a drop, the ocean is the Supreme Lord. So here Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, initially was not a devotee. Okay, so such monists think that everything is Brahman, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman, and they want to merge at the end of their life with the Supreme Brahman. That was his philosophy before he became a devotee. Now he was just born and he is just leaving his mother and father, going to the forest. So that is the scene here. He has just left immediately after he was born. So Vyasadeva is chasing him, calling him, son, please come back, please come back. But he's not bothering, he's not caring for his call. That is what here it said. While Sri Vyasadeva was following his son, there were many young damsels, beautiful girls, taking bath in a pond on the way. In the olden days, they used to go to the pond and take bath, and they were all naked. They had not covered their bodies with clothes. And when Sukadeva Goswami passed that way, they did not cover their body. Usually when male member goes, they will cover the body naturally out of shy. But here, when Sukadeva Goswami passed, they did not bother to cover their body. But Srila Vyasadeva, his father, when he passed that way, they all covered their body. although Srila Vyasadeva was in full dress, not naked. So he's asking the ladies, why is that when my son, who was totally naked, when he passed that way, you did not cover your body, but when I passed, I was fully dressed and you just covered out of shyness. Why is that? That is the question. And the young ladies replied, what is your this thing, understanding? When Sukadeva Goswami passed by that way, fully naked, he's a 16-year-old boy. Okay, he has just crossed his Kaishora, he has entered his youth. Fully grown-up boy. He is passing that way, fully naked, and the girls were not at all bothered to cover their body. But at the same time, his father aged. Those ladies may be of his daughter's age, and he was fully dressed. But the ladies immediately, when they saw Vyasadeva passing, that they covered the body. So what is this? How do we understand this? What's your opinion? How do we understand this?
Sukadeva Goswami was like an Avaduta.
Okay.
More purified or not contaminated or not.
So he was an Avaduta. Okay.
Sukadeva Goswami was an Avaduta.
Sorry.
Sukadeva Goswami.
Yeah. So in what way you want to relate this?
He was not bothered.
He was not
so-
bothered, but they are bothered, no, ladies. He was not bothered. He was an Avaduta. He doesn't discriminate. I agree that. But the ladies were not of that stature.
I thought they looked at his mentality and maybe.
No problem. Okay. Anyone else? As Mataji rightly said, Sukadeva Goswami was a realized soul. He did not consider, people on the bodily conception of life, male, female. He was above that. Self-realized means not on bodily platform. Is above that, not male, female. These are all bodily conception. He was seeing the divinity, the spirit inside the body, not the outside external body. He was on that plane, that platform. They could understand who the ladies who were taking bath naked in that pond could understand he's not an ordinary person. So they did not mind because he is not seeing them as male or female or as naked or dressed. He is on that platform. So they did not bother. But Vyasadeva, he was in which ashrama? Vyasadeva, he was in Grahastha ashrama. Okay. And he differentiated male and female. Although he is also realized soul. But here, he is in a Grahastha ashrama and he could differentiate male and female. So the ladies could understand. Vyasadeva being in Grahastha ashrama, he discriminated. He could he could differentiate male and female. So immediately out of shyness, they covered. So that's what here it is clearly mentioned. The sage inquired about this, and the young ladies replied that his son was purified, means self-realized. He did not see them on a bodily platform. We say, no, we are not this body, we are the soul. Now we're all seeing the external covering, that is the body, which is made up of Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Kham. Okay, we are seeing that. We are not seeing the soul. When we are talking each other, how we are seeing only the body. We are not seeing the soul. Sometimes people will say, please, no, is there God? Yes, there is a God. Please show me. First of all, try to find out who yourself are. We don't know who ourselves, no? Then how can we understand the Supreme Self? Who is the proprietor, controller, maintainer, engineer of the whole cosmic creation and the spiritual creation? We don't know who we are. We are still considering this is myself, this body. Okay, this is my house, this is my wife, this is my husband, this is children, these are my children. Like that, our conception. And we don't know who we are actually. And that person want to see the Supreme Lord. How can we understand? It is not possible. First, try to realize ourselves. Only then we can realize the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, it's not possible. We still have no conception of the soul. So Vyasadeva, although as self-realized, is not an ordinary person like us. Just as a part of Leela, he is in the Grahastha Ashrama. So a person in the Grahastha Ashrama deals with others on that platform. Sukadeva Goswami is self-realized person. That's why without even caring for father and mother who gave birth to him, he just immediately left to forest. For what? For spiritual pursuit. So that's the difference. So, but the sage made such distinctions. So now you got the point why Vyasadeva and Sukadeva Goswami behaved in different ways, because although both are self-realized souls, now as part of Leela, Vyasadeva is, in Grihastha Ashrama, so he has to behave in that manner only. And Sukadeva Goswami is self-realized soul, Pakka, Avaduda or Brahmachari. So his behavior, his dealing with other people is on a different level. That is why these distinctions. So in the Bhagavad Gita 5.18, it is said that a learned sage looks equally on a learned and general Brahmana, a Chandala, dog-eater, a dog or a cow due to the spiritual vision. What is that sloka in Bhagavad Gita 5.18?
Vinaya, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne.
Yes. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Avi Astani Sunichaiva Sopakecha Pandita Samadarshana. Okay. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, those who are learned, Panditas. Okay. How do they treat others? A Brahmana, a dog eater, an elephant, or a cow, or lion, whoever it is. They see them equally. Equal vision. Pandita Samadarshana. Can we see? Do you have that vision? No. Why? Because we are still on bodily platform. So a Pandita is on a higher platform. They see not the body, not the covering, but the divinity or spirit inside. So that's the difference between an ordinary person and a Pandita. So that's why Prabhupada says Bhagavad Gita 5.18. So whether it's a general Brahmana or a Chandala, dog eater or dog or a cow, duty is spiritual. So Sukadeva Goswami was on that platform. Spiritual vision, realized soul. Srila Sukadeva Goswami attained that stage. Thus he did not see a male or female. So he is not on that platform, bodily platform. So whether male or female doesn't make any difference as far as Sukadeva Goswami is concerned. As far as we are concerned, that makes difference. When we see a female, we see them a female only. When we see a male, we see them as male only on the bodily platform. So thus, he did not see a male or female. He saw all divinities in different dress. What is that different dress here? The human form, the animal form, okay, the tree form, the aquatic form, the worm's form, the bird's form. These are all different dresses. According to our karma, we get different dresses. The ladies who are bathing would understand the mind of a man simply by studying his demeanor. Just as by looking at a child, one can understand how innocent he is. So ladies could make out, although they are village ladies, they're also not, they're also very wise. They have wisdom. They can understand. So by studying his demeanor, just as by looking at a child, one can understand how innocent he is. Siddha Goswami was a young boy, 16 years old. Why 16 years old? When he was born, he was 16 years old. Why?
He was not taking birth.
He was not willing to come out of his mother's womb. He was afraid that Maya will catch him. Because this is Maya Lok. Okay? This is the place of Maya. So I don't want to come to a place where Maya is there. No, I'll be away from Krishna. I'll be away from spirituality. So Vyasadeva, he tried to convince him, please come out. Don't worry. I'll assure you Maya will not catch. But he was not convinced. Then Krishna has to come. Krishna convinced, don't worry. I assure you that you will not be caught by Maya. So please come out. So 16 years he was in the womb of his mother. So when he was born, he was a fully developed. His parts of the body were fully developed. He was naked also. And so were the ladies. But because Sukadeva Goswami was transcendental to sex relations, he appeared very innocent. He was on a different level. So he appeared very innocent. The ladies, by their special qualifications, could sense this at once. And therefore, they were not very concerned about him. So the ladies are also not ordinary. They too had some specific or special qualification to understand this personality, Sukadeva Goswami. But when his father passed, the ladies quickly dressed. The ladies were exactly like his children or grandchildren. Yes, the ladies who were taking bath were of lower age, like his children or grandchildren, whose Vyasadeva was. But still they covered the body because a male member is passing by. Yet they reacted to the presence of Vyasadeva according to the social custom, because Srila Vyasadeva played the part of a householder. See, he played the part of a householder. He's played. He's also self-realized. He's not an householder. In this Leela, he played this part, this role. So a householder has to distinguish between a male and female. Otherwise, he cannot be a householder. One should therefore attempt to know the distinction between body and the soul without any attachment for male and female. As long as such distinction is there, one should not try to become a sannyasi like Sukadeva Goswami. So who can take sannyasa? Sannyasa, only those who are totally renounced from this material world and who have reached the stage that body is not the self, soul is the self, and one should not distinguish or discriminate between this body and soul. Or we should not see the body but the soul rather. Body is temporary, soul is permanent. That is a real identity. But we have not reached that platform. We still see the body, not the soul. We see, okay, this person is good, beautiful, that lady is beautiful, he is very rich, he is very poor. These are all designations to the body, not to the soul. Soul is Satchidananda, spirit. So all the designations or upadhis are only for the bodies. He's a doctor, he's an engineer, he's a pilot, he's a driver, he's an artist. These are all designations for the body, not for the soul. So the real Brahmanas, the Panditas, see only the soul within, not the outward covering. So only those who have reached that level can take sannyasa. So that's what Prabhupada says. As long as distinction is there, okay, this is male, this is other one is female. No, that distinction is there. One should not try to become sannyasi like Sukadeva Goswami. At least theoretically, one must be convinced that a living entity is neither male nor female. But when we compare ourselves with the Supreme Lord, what is our gender?
Female boy, female.
Hmm?
Female.
Yeah, female. So when we compare, when we have our relationship with the Supreme Lord, we are all Prakriti. He is only Purusha. Whether we are in male form or female form, we are the feminine gender in relationship with the Supreme Lord. Prakriti. That's why we are called Prakriti. He is only Purusha, enjoyer. Purusha means enjoyer. Prakriti means enjoyed. So when we try to enjoy or when we try to become Purusha, then what happens? We have to undergo miseries. We are not Purusha. We are enjoyed by the Supreme Lord. Okay? So that is the difference. Why we are under these miseries? Why we have to suffer? Because we are trying to enjoy. Although we are not the enjoyers, we are enjoyed by the Supreme Purusha. So the outward dress is made of matter by material nature to attract the opposite sex and thus keep one entangled in the material existence. So the main thing that we are all stuck in this material world is the attraction between male and female. That is the main thing that keeps us bound, in this material world. The attraction between male and female. So this attraction, it's very nicely given here. A liberated soul is above this perverted distinction. It's a perverted distinction. It's not the real. It's a perverted because we know Urdhamula Madashakam Ashwatam Pravravayam Chandamsi Esa Parnani Estam Vedata Vedavid. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says in the 15th chapter. It's a perverted reflection. The actual trees in the spiritual world. The actual trees were in the spiritual world. Here it is a reflection of that tree. That's why it is seen upside down. The roots are on top and the branches are down. You know, where do we see such a tree? On the bank of a river. Right? We see the reflection in the river. So we see the reflection upside down. Similarly, the actual tree is there in the spiritual world. So in this material world, we'll see the perverted reflection. So this material world is a perverted reflection of that spiritual world. So he does not distinguish between one living being and another. For him, they're all one and the same spirit. The perfection of this spiritual vision is the liberated stage. And Srila Sukadeva Goswami attained that stage. The perfection is that we come out of the bodily conception of life. We see everyone as the part and parcel of that Supreme. Everyone is spirit, Satchidananda. This body is temporary. It perishes as soon as this particular life is finished. Then according to our karma, we get another body suitable for our karma and desire. So this vicious cycle keeps going till we attain self-realization. So Sukadeva Goswami has attained the self-realization. That's why he is not concerned, not bothered. Male, female, all these things. Or animal, or human being, birds, beasts, whatever it is. Srila Vyasadeva was also in the transcendental stage. See? So we should not mistake that Vyasadeva is like us. Srila Vyasadeva was also in the transcendental stage. That means realized soul. But because he was in the householder's life, he did not pretend to be a liberated soul as a matter of custom. So in the material world also, we'll find so many realized souls, okay, doing the same activities like all of us. One should not mistake them to be one among us. Because they're also eating, sleeping, doing other activities. But we should not mistake that he is also one among us. So Vyasadeva was in the householder's life, although he is a realized person in the transcendent stage. So he did not pretend to be a liberated soul as a matter of custom. So any questions or any comments? Is it clear?
So Prabhuji, one thing is that this Maya.
Yeah.
Maya is also created by Supreme Lord only, right?
Yeah.
So but then when he has created this, I mean, what is the reason? Like, I mean, why we want to?
The Maya, why Maya is created? That's your question.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. So there should be a place for us to enjoy separately. There should be a place for us to think that I am the boss. I am the controller. I am the enjoyer. So because the Prabhupada says that our only power is to desire. This is the only power that we have. But the desire should be the right desire. But unfortunately, we decide to enjoy ourselves, keeping Krishna separate, out. I want to enjoy myself. Why only Krishna? I want to be the proprietor. I want to be the controller. I want to be the maintainer. I want to be the enjoyer. I want to be the center of attraction. So Krishna said, so be it. But not here. This is not the right place. When children are stubborn, they're making life miserable for the parents at home. Go out and play. Okay, not here. Don't break all the things here. You go and play. When you are tired, you please come. So children are their boss there outside. Nobody to control them. At home, father or mother, somebody else will be there to control. But outside, they're on their own. They can do whatever they want. But once they are tired, when they are hungry, they'll come back home. Father and mother have to feed them. Similarly, we wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. The only desire is our power. That is our asset, nothing else. We don't have any other freedom to desire. So that desire should be dovetailed to serve the Supreme Lord, not to enjoy ourselves. So we opted to enjoy ourselves separately from Krishna. So Krishna had to create this Maya lok, where we think that I am the enjoyer. So that is his compassion to all the living entities, to all his part and parcel. As a Supreme Father, okay, that is what you want, please go ahead and enjoy. But when you are tired, I have given this process to come back to me. So please follow that process and come back to me when you are tired. Till such time, you keep enjoying in different bodies. I'm giving you that option. Whatever desire you have, okay, you want to eat meat? No problem. I will give you a body suitable to eat meat. Lion's body, tiger's body, some other animal's body. You enjoy. Okay. You want to stay in water, live in water? I will give you a suitable body, fish body. You want to fly? I will give you a bird's body. So this is all about desires. We wanted to decide separately, and we want to be called the boss, the controller, the maintainer. Somebody calls, oh, you are a boss. You are the master. We feel good. But are we the master? Are we the controller? No. Because why we feel good? Because I'm getting some title here. Everybody's under me. So that sort of happiness, temporary happiness, for that purpose. Otherwise, everybody is telling Krishna is controller, Krishna is maintainer. Why only Krishna? Why not me? At home, children sometimes ask father or mother, why only brother is getting always the appreciation? Why not me? Isn't it? Similarly, we are also asking Supreme Lord, why only you are enjoying? Why not me? I want to be the enjoyer. Okay, so be it. Go to the material world, enjoy as much as you want. Then when you are tired, come back to me. So I have given this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, the devotees, and many other process by which you can come back to me. So we are all lucky enough to come in close association with devotees and come in contact with Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and such literatures, because now we are fed up in this material world. Although we may not agree that we are fed up, but still that is a fact. Every one of us will agree that we are not happy in this material world, isn't it? Because every step there is danger. So we want to go to a place where it is, without any danger and without any anxiety. So that is the process that we are following now, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu, thank you. Very nice explanation.
Hare Krishna. So anything else? If you go to the 6th verse. Kadham alakshita paure samprapta kuru jangalan unmatta muka jadavat vicharan gaja sahyave. Kadham alakshita paure samprapta kuru jangalan unmatta muka jadavat vicharan gaja sahyave. Okay. Who else is not? Okay. Vivek Prabhu?
Is that Prabhu?
Yeah, please recite.
कथमालक्षितः पौरे सम्प्राप्त कुरु जङ्गलान् उन्मत्त मुख जदभत् विचरन् जगते सभयते.
Jiveshwar Mataji.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Kadamalikshida Paure Samprapta Guru Jangalan Udmatta Mukha Jada Vijaran Gaja Sachave.
Okay. Asini Mataji, translation, please.
How was he, Srila Sukadeva, the son of Vyasa, recognized by the citizens when he entered the city of Hastinapura, now Delhi, after wandering in the provinces of Kuru and Jangala, appearing like a madman, dumb and retarded?
Very good. How was he, Srila Sukadeva, the son of Vyasa, recognized by the citizens when he entered the city of Hastinapura, now Delhi, after wandering the provinces of Kuru and Jangala, appearing like a madman, dumb and retarded? See, there are different levels of spiritual, what do you call it? Sannyasa, or you can say spirituality, different levels. Okay, sannyasa is also mainly, there are 4 levels. That is Utichaka, Bahudaka, Parvajakacharya, then Paramahamsa, Avaduda. These are all different levels of renunciance. Okay. Here, Sukadeva Goswami was totally an Avaduda, like as Sinimataji rightly said. He doesn't bother. He is not in this material world. He is not of this material world, although he is in this material world. He is totally on a different platform. He is not caring what is happening around him. That's why the people there, when he went to Hastinapura, wandering in different provinces, people thought that he's a madman. Usually, the pure bhaktas, they appear to be like madmen because they are above the bodily conception and their love to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when they are in ecstasy, they will have that Ashta Sattvic Vigar also. So people think that people don't know the symptoms of a pure devotee. So they think that they're all mad people, dumb and retarded. So people thought that way. but he's a realized soul. The people doesn't have an idea of ecstatic feelings, Ashta Sattviga Vigat. So when they see such people, they think that general people, they've just put the stamp. He's a mad person. So they also thought about Sukadeva Goswami because his activities were like that, appearing like a madman. Why? He was totally naked. He did not bother to even cover his body because he was not on a bodily conception. That's why he was totally naked. And we cannot predict what he does. So people, anything you cannot expect, unpredictable behavior from such people. So they thought that he's a madman, dumb. He will not hear also. When Vyasadeva called him so many times, he did not listen. He was in his own world. So who will act like that? Mentally retarded people. So that's why it said the madman, dumb and retarded. The present city of Delhi was formerly known as Hastinapura. Because it was first established by King Hasti. That's why the name Hastinapura came. Goswami Sukadeva, after leaving his parental home, was roaming like a madman, and therefore it was very difficult for the citizens to recognize him in his exalted position. He was a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a self-realized person, but general people did not understand that his exalted position. Sage is not therefore recognized by sight, by hearing. Okay? So external appearance, we cannot judge a person. Okay? Now, for example, and a Supreme Court judge goes to the court, in a full suit coat and all. Okay, and we know that is a Supreme Court. But the same person in his home, in his garden, in his ordinary, house dress, watering the garden. A person who has not seen goes to his house. Well, maybe as a gardener, Malik. They will think like that. But he's holding a high position. So like that, the Sukadeva Goswami's exalted position, people did not recognize. That's why they thought that he's a mad and dumb and retarded person. So a sage is not therefore recognized by sight, not external, but by hearing. Okay. Rukmini Mata understood the qualities of Sri Krishna, his power, his potency. How? Just by hearing, not by seeing. Isn't it? By hearing about his qualities, she got attracted to Lord Sri Krishna. So one should approach a sadhu or great sage not to see but to hearing. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj always says, don't try to see God. Try to do activities in such a way that God sees you. We should see not with the eyes, but we should see with the ears. How? By hearing. Hearing from the right person, the right source, from the scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. But seeing, we generally say seeing is believing. Seeing is not believing, it is cleared here. It is clarified here. Seeing is not believing. People thought that Sukadeva Goswami is a mad and dumb and retarded person. But is he so? No. So seeing is not believing. So we should hear from the right sources about such personalities. So Sukadeva Goswami was a sadhu who could speak on the transcendental activities of the Lord. He did not satisfy the whims of ordinary citizens. He was recognized when he spoke on the subject of Bhagavatam. A fool will be discovered only when he opens his mouth, Prabhupada says. Till he open his mouth, we will not be able to understand the person. Yet, when he was asked to recite Srimad Bhagavatam, then the people in general could understand that Sukadeva Goswami is a realized soul. So he was recognized when he spoke on the subject of Bhagavatam, and he never attempted jugglery like a magician. What is that jugglery like a magician means? jugglery of words just to confuse people. There's no substance, just what is the magic of the words? They will play with words, confuse the people, and wonderful, very nice. But there is no substance at all. So he was not such a person. Now, magicians generally confuse people, isn't it? They will do so many magic. So outwardly, he appeared to be a retarded, dumb madman, but in fact, he was the most elevated, transcendental personality. Outwardly, he appeared to be retarded, but he's a self-realized dumb madman, but in fact, he was the most elevated, transcendental personality. Okay. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpada rubesha kripa sindhu bhyavacha padidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, ताई गो प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।